Hey everybody, and welcome to another What's on the Shelf, and we're now on part 34. So on the shelf I have codename Pictures, codename Duet, codenames The Simpsons, trap words, Evolution Flight, Lotus, and Lantern. So in the last video we did the original codename, and this one here is codename Pictures. So it plays very similar to the other codename, except that instead of words, it's actually pictures. And the pictures are odd a little bit, so they kind of depict or can be a few different things. The Volkswagen Beetle, for an example, is both a car and the actual Beetle. So you could use it as vehicle being a clue or as insect being the clue. Kind of makes it a little bit more I guess flexible, I would say. Also doing it with the pictures, it kind of takes away the limitation of having to play only in English. You could play in French or in other languages then. So other than that, it does play exactly like the original codename. Your two teams, each team has a map that shows which word they're trying to get the other players, or in this case, which pictures they're trying to get the people on their teams to guess. And you would give a clue and kind of how many words that clue would apply for. So in this case, maybe you would do, you could do insect 3, and then kind of the Volkswagen Beetle, the bug wings on the windmill, and then like the snowman there had kind of a bug wings as well. So that's kind of how this one would play. The next one I have is codename Duet. So codename Duet plays with the words, and you have the words, but it's a 2-player version, and it's a co-op game. So the map, instead of being the one-sided where only the clue givers see it, it's a double-sided, and you and your partner both see it. Now on either side is different. I have certain words I'm trying to get my partner to guess, and my partner has other words they're trying to get me to guess. Some of the words that are taboo words for me that would end the game are actually words my partner is trying to get me to guess. So it's interesting that way. You have so many rounds that you have to try to get all of the words guessed in time. So it's neat. It's kind of makes it interesting in a way to be able to play codename with just 2 players, and it kind of puts more of a co-op push or spin on it, right? The next one I have is codename The Simpsons. So this is probably my kids' favorite one. So this is based on The Simpsons. So all of the cards are pictures from different scenes from the Simpsons series. And you would give clues, and it's a co-op again, so it plays like the original codename. It's just it's Simpsons instead of words or just regular words. Excuse me. I also had codename Harry Potter, and I actually got rid of that one because with the codename Harry Potter, I found you really have to know the Harry Potter series well in order to be successful in playing that game. And I've watched and read the books, and my kids haven't. And so most of the people in my family just didn't know it well enough, and even then I didn't know the details super well enough to kind of be able to make it work. So we found that one, unless you really know the series well, it was a little too difficult. Next game I have on this shelf is trap words. So trap words is basically taboo, but the more modern game version of it. So in this game, you have 2 teams, and you're trying to get your team members to guess a certain word, and there are words that you are not allowed to use. The only thing, this is exactly like taboo so far. The main difference from taboo is that you do not know what those words are, and it's the other team that picks them. So depending on what the word is, they're gonna come up with words that are gonna make them the taboo words. So example, if the word, let's say, was cow, is what you're trying to get your teammate to play, and you would normally give like, well, it gives us milk. But you're thinking, I suspect that the other team's gonna put milk as a taboo word, so maybe you would say, it gives us white liquid that you can pour on top of your breakfast cereal, or trying to avoid to say milk. And you could be doing all that, and the milk was not even on the list. You don't know. And so this one is neat. And then you start at the base because there's 4 tiles, and you start at the base and you make your way through, and the difficulty level kind of goes up a little bit as you go through. It's a neat word guessing game. I haven't played this one in a long time, but I really want to play it again here soon. Also, from the words you can guess, there's 2 sets of words. So there's more thematic dungeon words that you can try to get your team to guess, or there's just kind of regular everyday words. Neat game, definitely want to play this one again. Next one is Evolution Flight. So Evolution Flight is not a standalone game. This is an expansion that goes along with the game Evolution. And I'll be honest, I haven't actually played the expansion yet. We've played Evolution quite a few times, and every time I play Evolution, it actually grows on me, and I'm liking it more and more. And with it is you're getting different animals, and you're kind of getting different traits for your species that will make them either that they're really good at getting food, or that they're get a little bit more difficult at getting eaten by other animals, because you can make your animal a carnivore. With the Flight expansion, it does all of that, but now it introduces the flight element to it as well, so it can make it so that you can be a flight predator. It makes it easier for you to go and steal other animals, or that you can get away from predators because you can fly away, or that it gives you access to more food because you can fly to new locations. This is just from what I've read on this. Like I said, I haven't actually played this one yet, or added this expansion to the base game yet, but it does seem interesting. Next one I have is Lotus. Lotus is such a beautiful looking game. In this game, it's a deck of cards, and you all have cards, and you're trying to create these flowers. So some flowers have 5 petals, some have 3, some have 4, and so on. And you place your card and you overlap it with the other ones, and it creates the pattern of the flower. And the goal is to collect cards and play them down onto this garden, and to complete the flowers, or to have the most representation on the flower, because whoever finishes a flower gets all of those petals, and each petal is going to be worth a point at the end of the game. Now, whoever had the most representation on that particular, so each petal will kind of count as 1 representation. Some petal actually gives you 2 representation, and you also get your little, each player is represented by a little bug, and you get a little wooden piece that represents you, and then if you put it on the flower, it kind of increase your representation by 1 as well. Or if you put the silver one, that increases your representation by 2. So whoever has the most representation on the flower when it's completed get either bonus ability or extra points. And then at the end of the game is whoever has the most point is the winner. The first time I played this, my sister played it with my sister, and she was really not into the game, just looking into it, and she said it looks so cutesy, and she's like, it just seemed like it'd be a silly little game. But we got playing it, and there's a lot of strategies to it. Like it's puzzly, it's fun, it's a really good game. So she ended up liking it quite a bit, but just the first impression she was getting on it is like, this is gonna be like a, you know, silly cutesy game, but it was great. Next one I have is Lantern. So the first time I played Lantern was at Pandora's Box. We went to a games night there, and we played it wrong. And actually, this is a picture of that first time I played it. And we were doing it where we're only collecting the patterns that we were connecting. But the way that it really works is you take turn placing a tile, and when you place your tile, the side of the tile that faces you will have a design or colored lantern on it, and you will draw that card and add it to your hand. If the tile that you put down matches and has like sides that matches what it's touching, so if I have like the yellow side is actually touching another yellow side, then I would collect the side that faces me as well as the color matches that I've created. So now I could collect more than 1 cards then. Once you have enough pattern cards to purchase points, then you're going to trade them in, purchase points, and at the end of the game is whoever has the most point is the winner. It's a neat game. Again, great table presence. It's kind of cool how you're connecting the tiles, trying to create those patterns so that you can get more cards, so you can purchase more points. And it's neat that how, depending on how you position that tile, what you end up getting. So you could be like, okay, well, I need red, so I want it either this way or this way towards me. But if I put it this way, that's going to give the next player blue, and I know he kind of wants blue, so I'm going to turn it that way, so I still get red, but now he gets yellow instead of blue, and it's neat. It's a neat game. And that was the last one on this shelf. So if you want to follow me on Facebook, my Facebook group is Didsbury and Area is Playing All the Game. I am also on Instagram as BoardGame_Mama, and on YouTube I am my channel is Board Game Mama. And this was actually, I believe, the last installment on the big shelf, and we're now moving on to some of the little smaller shelves. So it's getting a little bit more exciting to kind of get into the next sections of the games. So be sure to come back and see that for the next installment of What's on the Shelf. See you, everybody.